Hey everyone, Team Rival here, making a response to my good friend Phone 999's video. It's a little late, but better late than never on why I, Team Rival, like anime. And honestly, that's a pretty good question because I never really thought about why I liked anime or anything of the sort. But I guess the best way to go about this is to go back to like why I started watching anime in the first place and then figure it out from there. I'm sure many of you are on this boat with me, but I have Toonami to thank for me starting to watch anime. Dude, 4th grade. I was in 4th grade at the time when I started watching Dragon Ball Z. And that's all that mattered in my life was Dragon Ball Z at, I think it was 4:30 or 5:30, I don't remember, on Toonami, making sure I made it home in time to watch that. And if I wasn't going to be home, to record it. And I didn't even know it was anime. I never really thought about the origins of the show when I was in 4th grade. I just liked it because the characters were awesome and the fighting was awesome. And that's been my #1 anime of all time is Dragon Ball Z. And then I started watching the other ones. The Yu Yu Hakusho came on, which is awesome. I loved Yu Yu Hakusho. Still love Yu Yu Hakusho. Gundam came on. And I think there was a few others, but I can't really remember them all. Big O? Was Big O on there? I don't remember, but... And then eventually that phase, as I grew up in like 6th grade, I grew kind of out of that. And then another thing came on, thanks to Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. And I started watching the Adult Swim. And then that's when I found out that the stuff I was actually watching was anime. I was watching Reign the Conqueror, Trigun. Shit, this is like when Adult Swim first started watching. I wasn't even allowed to stay up that late. I had to record it on a VHS tape, and then I'd pop the VHS tape in and watch the show. And I didn't, like a show with Reign the Conqueror, I was a young kid. I didn't understand what was going on with that show. But I just liked how different they were from what American cartoon companies spit out. Because, to be honest with you, yes, I do like Rugrats and Doug and the classic Nickelodeon cartoons and things of that nature. Tom and Jerry and the sort, you know what I mean. But they really, in terms of making this sort of gripping, thrilling entertainment, they kind of fail in that regard. Everything I feel on American TV is very predictable, and if it's not Seinfeld, it's not Curb Your Enthusiasm, it's not The Office, I honestly don't even want to watch it in terms of what's on TV right now. Like MTV, who still watches MTV? So that's when I started watching anime. And then I just progressively, once I became older and I could start affording my own things, once I got a job when I was a freshman in high school, I was able to start affording different things. I bought the complete entire set of Dragon Ball Z, all those DVDs, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball, and I just wanted to show off some of the animes I got and kind of explain what attracts me to these animes, because maybe that'll give you a better understanding as to why I like anime. Alright, the first I have, these are just things that were on my desk. I have the Ninja Scroll movie. Why I picked up Ninja Scroll. I bought this because I was once again recommended. Some of these animes are recommended to me by Phone. I'm not going to admit, I owe him a lot of props in that regard. He knows what I like. It's a good it's like, I think, 2 hours about, give or take. But the action is thrilling. The story is very well put together, which, like I said, American companies don't really have that gripping story. All they really focus on is humor and wacky things, and I'm a little bit old for that now, or drama, and I don't really care too much about drama. I mean, it is a cartoon, and I think that's why a lot of people look down on anime, but you have to look past that and look to what's going on, the character development, how the stories turn out, plot twists and stuff. And I feel Ninja Scroll is just a good movie. It was good enough to be made into a TV series, which I have to pick up, and I haven't picked it up yet. And, alright, the next is actually, this is a very good purchase. I got the Studio Ghibli 12-movie collection. It has Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, Laputa, which is Castle in the Sky, Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies, Kiki's Delivery Service, all the way up to the most recent one, Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea. And I think if you were to introduce someone into anime, if you were like, you gotta watch anime, the best way to do it is to show them a Hayao Miyazaki film. Such as, what did I see? The first one I ever saw, Princess Mononoke. I rented that at Blockbuster. Blockbuster was the place for anime. I completely forgot that. I used to watch a lot of my anime because I didn't even know of any places that carried anime back in the day. I rented a lot of stuff at Blockbuster, like Samurai X movies. I rented the Fatal Fury OVA. I rented Rurouni Kenshin, which is Samurai X, but it was a different, there's Samurai X and there's Rurouni Kenshin. And I rented Princess Mononoke, and I loved Princess. And these were all VHS tapes, mind you. And I feel if you really need to show someone what anime can be in terms of a pinnacle in storytelling, character development, Grave of the Fireflies, it's a very depressing movie. It's a movie, and it's a cartoon. If you want to think from that point of view, it's a cartoon, but it tells a better story and a more realistic story than I think half the World War II movies out there, like Saving Private Ryan. I mean, you can't beat Studio Ghibli, Hayao Miyazaki films. Although Grave of the Fireflies was not made by him, a majority of these movies were made by him. Okay. And this is actually a favorite around with all the goth kids. Yeah, it's Death Note. Why I like Death Note. At first, I was very, very hesitant to start watching Death Note because of the kids that are associated with it around my town. There's a lot of goth kids that are associated with it, and I would always see them with the messenger bags, and I'll be like, that's fucking stupid. And I looked at pictures of the anime, watched a clip, I was like, I really can't watch this. But eventually, I bought the manga, and I started reading it, and this is a perfect example of great storytelling, I feel. The story is so... honestly, that's the only thing driving it, is just the story. The story has plot twists, just this well thought out, two characters equally matched, trying to beat each other to the punch. And it just shows how each one thinks, and they're just developing these grand schemes as to how they're gonna, evade one or another. And it's just, I can't recommend Death Note enough. It's that kind of anime where you'll finish the episode, and you'll be like, I gotta watch the next episode, and you just keep watching it, and when you gotta turn it off, you're like, I wonder what's gonna happen next. And then, oh, this is a favorite of mine, Initial D. Why I like Initial D. This is another anime where I honestly did not think I was going to like it because I am not that much into cars. I don't really care too much about cars. I really don't think NASCAR racing is all that riveting. I think it's kind of a stupid sport, not to offend anyone, but Initial D really takes a simple concept such as drifting cars, which a lot of kids do, and turns it into this epic. Every single race is the most epic thing you will ever watch. The characters are sweating, going around the turn, gotta do the turn perfect. You can see the sweat dripping on their forehead. And the characters are interesting, and it's funny too, which honestly I never really thought I'd find anime funny, but Initial D has some funny parts in it, and it manages to also diverge from the street racing and go into like the characters' normal lives and kind of explain what's going on there. And it's done very well. I really like Initial D. There you go. Okay. And then, oh, of course, gotta have it. Fist of the North Star, the 5-movie Legend of the True Savior set. Why I like Fist of the North Star? Me, personally, I am huge into action. That's why I like Dragon Ball Z. That's why I like Yu Yu Hakusho, is because they are very action-driven shows, and Fist of the North Star, same deal here. It delivers that sort of adrenaline rush. Like I said, that American production really is missing. Because all people want to see in American productions are guns and war and stuff. And while I do like that, and Call of Duty and all that stuff, I do like Call of Duty. I'm not saying I don't. But I would like a change of pace. And I think that's what anime honestly is. It's a change of pace from how Americans view things. And for someone like me, who enjoys action, enjoys martial arts, enjoys a good story with riveting characters, that's why I like anime. And then, okay, the final one is Vampire Hunter D. Now, what drew me to Vampire Hunter D is a very dark story, and that's another thing anime can be, and same deal with Death Note. It's a very dark look on things, and, for example, Berserk, which is a manga and an anime. Berserk is very, very dark at the end. And I expect this to be the same. And that's what I'm saying. It delivers that kind of thing that American production lacks. And, final thoughts on this video. I guess I could just sum it up as an overall why I like anime. I like anime because it's entertaining. And I know Phone said it, and I made fun of him, but I'm going to be a hypocrite and say, It's all about the imagination. People with good imaginations and would like to keep those imaginations running while they get older are going to watch anime because there's something for everyone. Kids, adults, old people, guy, girl, it doesn't matter. There's something out there for you. It doesn't matter what kind of person you are. There's basketball. If you like basketball, there's a basketball anime. If you like little girl shit, I don't know why you would want to watch that, but if you're a little girl, you could go watch that. If you want to see people just fucking each other up, you're gonna watch Fist of the North Star. There's something for everyone, man, and that's why I love it. That's why I'm addicted to watching it. I see nothing wrong with me liking it, even though I'm 20. Hey, man, it's better than the shit they're putting on MTV, like Jersey Shore. So, guys, thanks for watching. I have a couple more videos like this planned up. When they'll come, but until then, see you later.